So we're told to select the diagram that represents 2/3 times 1/4, and they give us some choices. Why don't you pause the video, have a go at this before we do this together? Okay, now let's do this together. So one way to think about this is 2/3 of 1/4. So let me draw a hole here, and I'll make it the same, roughly the same looking rectangle that we've seen in these choices. And let me start with 1/4. So to have 1/4, I could divide this hole into 4 equal sections. I'm hand drawing it, so it's not going to be perfect, but these need to be equal sections. That's pretty good, actually. Pretty good. So I think we all get that these are each fourths. And so if we wanted to focus on one of those fourths, we could look at maybe this one. And actually, maybe I'll use similar colors to what they're using. So that is 1/4 right over there. And then to think about what is 2/3 of 1/4. Well, I could divide this whole into thirds and then take 2 of them. So let me do that. So let me take this whole and divide it into thirds. And then I can highlight 2 of those thirds. So this is a third, and then that is a third of the whole. So maybe let me do this I'll do the same color. So this right over here is 1/3, and then we have our second third right over there. And if I wanted to know what 2/3 times 1/4 is, or what 2/3 of that fourth is, I would look at where they're overlapping. So I could see here that 2/3 of that 1/4 are these two right over here, these 2 squares, I should say. And we could calculate what those actually are. We could see that when we have split the whole in this way, each of those squares we have 1, 2, 3, 4 this way, and 3 this way. So we have 12 squares, and we've just doubly highlighted, or there's an overlap in 2/12 of those. So we could say this is 2/12. You might also recognize that as being 1/6. But that's not what they're asking us. They just want us to select the diagram that represents this multiplication. And so this first one right over here looks like they have a fourth, but they're multiplying it times 1/3. So I don't like that one. Here they have a fourth, and they're multiplying it by 2/3. I like this choice. Here they have a half that they're multiplying by 3/4. I don't like that one either. So B is definitely our choice.